Hello, welcome. This is another story. I did the randomizer yesterday, and I'm gonna do that story tomorrow because I want to do it in the bath. Right now I'm cooking. Today's story is a school prank. End of the year, end of the school, elementary school journey prank at the last second. Okay. Hold on a sec. Dingle dingle dingle. Dingle dingle dingle. Okay. Put this here. I'm gonna wash a dish. I'm gonna wash a dishes. A couple of dishes. So it's frickin' grade 8. Yes, it's grade 8. Now, at the end of grade 8, what happens? Summer vacation. And then, high school. So I'm like, yo, I gotta do something big, but morally ethical. Like, there's many stupid pranks you could do that are just destructive, vandalizing pranks, damaging pranks. So I don't want to do any of those. And I guess I could have been a little more creative, but I half didn't care and half wanted to do something memorable. It was just a little simple, innocent prank. Anyway, so it's the last day of school, grade 8. We're all like, na 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 na, na 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 na. Oh my God, everybody, we're missing you. We're gonna love to see you again in high school. Ooh, I'm crying. Everybody's crying, hugging, and laughing and kissing. And oh my God, I'm gonna miss you. And I'm like, relax. It's freaking summer vacation. You're only gonna chill tomorrow without even going to school anyway. So we all had our yearbooks. Everyone's signing each other's yearbooks like, oh my God, we're gonna miss you, Devin. Oh my God. And I was signing people's yearbooks like, I loved hanging out with you. Oh my God, it was so fun to see you again. So I don't even know what that And yeah, so and my entire yearbook, everyone's face was covered with some doodle. Just doodling on everyone's face. And I made fun of some people, which actually, that's part of what the story tomorrow is about. So thank you, God, for reminding me about these people that I made fun of in my yearbook. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just getting signatures, signing yearbooks, people saying I'm gonna miss you, everyone saying I'm gonna miss you, everyone's gonna miss everyone, and I'm just there like, that's what I'm there like, okay? I'm just there like that. Whatever. And I didn't even write that in people's yearbooks. What I said before. I miss hanging out with you. I don't even know what I wrote. I just wrote love Devin or something. Just something so unemotional and simple. And some people wrote very heartfelt messages. I think I still have that yearbook. Maybe I should put it up in this video. Actually, it's very far. It's very far from the area I'm in right now. It's in another province. I'm just gonna, I don't know. Maybe I'll throw that yearbook up in a video in some random future story and people will be like, what the heck is this for? And it's like, go see part 1. Anyway, the prank. So, why did I get this? Why did I get this? Why did I get this? Why did I get pesto? It has egg white in it and I don't want egg white in it. I got it again, I don't know why. It was a habit. Anyway. So, everyone got the yearbook signed, and I'm planning this. I'm planning my strategy. Talking to all the boys. Talking to Airy Baby. Freaking. And other people. Mas. Talking to Mikey. Or Mike Boy. Just planning this all out. There's these new people now. I don't know what I can call them. Nas Tanks. Piano. Nas Tanks, piano. And everyone, all the girls. Okay, I'm getting out the pesto, the vegan avocado mayo. Now, I don't like this pesto because I read the ingredients and there's egg white. Okay? I don't want egg white. And I decided I'm just going to use it, and when I'm done it, I'll stop using pesto unless I make my own pesto without the egg white. And like a habit, I bought a new jar. I'm not going to open it. I'm just gonna, I don't even want to donate it, I just want to throw it away. So we got the tzatziki, avocado oil butter, this last spoon of pesto, then I'll never use it again, vegan avocado mayo, we got mustard, got the pink salt, broccoli, mushrooms. Sorry, this is a cooking show and a story. Carrots, we got carrots. Then we got the Beyond sausage, it's hot Italian. Legendary. $19 grams of protein in one. You can't argue. Like, you can't argue. If you love your family, you're not gonna give them the meat, huh? You really love your family, you're not gonna feed them no meat. Let me tell you. This has so many more vitamins and minerals, plus 19 grams of protein per one sausage. Bro, you can't argue. Like, anyone who argues is scared of their own life. Is scared to stop their addiction. And we got an onion. Okay? I'll tell you what we're making when it's about to be done. Oh, don't forget the coconut oil and bay seasoning. Sometimes bay seasoning, sometimes not. Now you can use different things other than tzatziki, like hummus or guacamole. Although the tzatziki is what's supposed to be replacing the pesto, but I got one more tablespoon of pesto, so we're just gonna use both. Get out the pan. You just need one pan and the cutting board and the knife and the spatulania. The spatulania and the knife. Don't mess with the spatulania. Oh, when this spatulania comes out of the club, mans are cutting. Like them hands and y'all are dipping, bro. Like they're tapping A, sprinting, tapping X, jumping, slide canceling across the map, bro. They're against walls, like trying to freaking go, and like their walls are stopping them, bro. When the spatula nene comes out, I don't even remember what I said. Anyway. So where am I with this story? I'm telling everyone about this plan. Even the girls. I'm not naming all these girls. But anyway, I'm not naming all these like people because like there's so many people involved in this, and I didn't even know that this many people were involved in it or gonna be involved in it. And I don't think a lot of those people knew what they were involved in. Like this was the way this prank worked out was so smooth. Like it worked it out for itself. And it's probably because it was a very morally ethical quote unquote prank. Like it wasn't an asshole prank. It was good. It was good, fun, and heartfelt, and would make everyone laugh. Like it wasn't hurtful to anyone. So man, what light should I have on? I feel like the people out there can see me through the window in this apartment, but I don't think so. I think so. I don't know. I always get tripped out. But I'm just turning lights on. I don't care. See me. See me, fat. Not that light. Okay. So let me tell you first, we gotta get, before we start the story, let me tell you. 4 mushrooms. Any kind of mushrooms. Small mushroom, big mushroom, magic mushroom. What kind of mushroom you want? Don't do magic mushroom. You don't need it. These are cremini mushroom. Forget about it. Remember about it. Okay, 4 mushroom, huh? What do you mean? And then we gotta get the 1 carrot. 1 carrot. Any size carrot. Baby carrot, adult carrot, teenager. What do you mean? No, baby carrot's too small, but I mean there's like a lot of sizes in this big pack of carrots. This is about the size of my weenie. Like 2 centimeters and 1 millimeter around. 2 centimeters thick, 1 millimeter. No, that's, I don't know, this will be like a little bigger than my thumb thickness. Then it's like the size of my tip of my middle finger to the middle of my palm. I don't want to say how big this carrot is because you can use any size carrot, but I'm saying like these whole carrots. So then we gotta take it to broccoli, huh? Cut some sprouts off. Boom. And then we got like a handful of broccoli sprouts. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Now I don't know if you're writing this down, but write this down or remember it. Don't forget about it. Forget about some things, remember the others. Huh? You gotta stir the sauce. No, we're not stirring no sauce. Maybe I'm being racist. So, maybe I'm being racist. And I said don't be racist, don't make racist jokes. I thought about it right before I was doing it. I'm like, I'm cooking. This is how I feel when I cook. Maybe I'll grow out of it. I'm cutting the onion in half. Half a red onion. If it's a small onion, use the whole thing. Bada bing. Bada boom. What you wanna do in the room? I don't wanna do nothing soon, but I wanna go straight to the Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. What the heck you talking about? The pattern of planets. I'm talking about the moon. Celestial objects really swoon around the room, around the mother effing earth, around the globe. Okay, wrapping up one damn half of this onion. The smaller half. Anyway, back to the story. Now, the day before, see, like, I procrastinate and I don't do homework. So I even procrastinated this prank until the last millisecond. Also because I was kind of nervous about it. I'm like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I don't even know how this PA system works. I don't know how the PA system works in the office. You're getting closer. Getting closer. I'm so weird. I always don't want to spoil this story, but it's like I have to tell it. Obviously, it's gonna come out eventually. It's like, what am I expecting? A punchline at instant. So then, I'm just downloading, burning it. I'm burning a CD, okay? I gotta get the burner out. Or I think I forget. This is burner times. Like, you don't understand burner times. Not that kind of burner. That's the lame ass burner. I'm talking about the CD burner. Burning CD ROMs. Do you understand me? I had to go to the frickin' store. Like it was a school project that I left to the last second. I had to go to the store, get burnt or blanked discs so I could burn them. Man, when this sun starts going down, closing those curtains. Damn, that kind of rhymed. Closing those curtains so I could get discs and talk about how I burned them. Anyway, so I come home, nervous the whole time. I'm like, oh my god, pushing myself to do this. Am I gonna get in trouble? Am I gonna fail it? Am I gonna look like an idiot? Am I gonna get caught? Like, I was like, I need to be stealth, ninjato, assassino, secret agent, invisible, a sneaky assassino, not a murderous assassino. But I just had to kill the prank. I had to do a flawless victory. Like, I'm like, I have to do this flawless victory. I literally have to do this flawless victory. So, I put the burnt disc or the blank disc in. Now, back to the cooking, huh? Cut the onion. Dice it fine. Fine. And if you know how to do the fine diced onions, you know, you cut the little, you cut them, cut all the strips out, and then cut the strips out, you know, vertically, then turn it horizontally and dice them. But you don't cut the strips out. You know how, you guys know what you freaking understand. Search restaurant, like, what's the word? Standard or Michelin onion cutting. how to dice onions. Like a Michelin restaurant. Like everything in this recipe has to be diced fine. Fine. You don't have to, but it's cooler if you... The first time I did this recipe, everything was diced. Not fine. Coarsely diced. Thick. And it still worked, but then I decided to do it fine. Because it was a habit. It was a habit to dice the way I diced for the other recipes. I'm like, this recipe needs finely diced ingredients. And these are all the same ingredients. They're all just used in a different way. Anyway, so I burn on this disc. You know what I burn on this disc? One song. One single song. School's Out for the Summer by Alice Cooper. Okay? And the plan is take this disc, sneak in, like do this hat. What's something I could, I don't know, this had to be timed perfectly, done perfectly, to the second, and at the same time not be caught. Like my mind is seeing all this like HUDs on the left corner of my screen, and I'm seeing like the teacher's view is like a cone thing, and they're walking and they turn and walk the other way, and then they turn and walk the other way on their patrol, and I have to like sneak and stealth and go against the wall. Press RB against the wall. Yo, you don't understand. I was in third person and everyone was in first. No, I'm kidding. I was in first person too. I had dudes in first person. But God was my third person. God was my first person. Because God did something legendary to make this prank work so perfectly without even effort. Like right at the last second when I thought the most effort I had to put into this prank was gonna come in, something happened, and the least amount of effort ever, right at the last second, right when the prank was gonna be launched. So yeah, School's Out for the Summer. And then I write on this disc, I wanted to write, School's out, motherfuckers, right? With a permanent marker. But I'm like, nah, I don't want to write a swear word. I'm like, I'll write school's out, bitches. I'm like, nah, that's not a swear word, but I still don't want to write that. Like, I wanted this prank to be good-hearted, not assholey, as if I'm saying, fuck this school. I want it to be like, I love you, school, and everyone in it. This is just something to remember us by. So I'm like, should I write school's out, biz natches? Like, nah. No, I don't exactly remember exactly what I wrote on the thing, but I think I wrote school's out, mother suckers. I think I wrote that. School's out, mother sucker. I think. Now thinking about it, that still seems bad. But I don't exactly know if I wrote that. So I had this disc ready, and I put it in my freaking inventory. But this was the golden eye, bruv. This disc was this disc. So get to school, last day, yeah. Fast forward back, rewind back to the beginning of the day, our little school party, fast forward all through the signing of the yearbooks and the this and the that. And now everyone's getting the teachers and the principal to sign. So now everyone knew about this prank that I was gonna do. Most people knew. And like during that day, more people were finding out because I was telling people like, I need help. I'm gonna need help. Like, I'm gonna put this at the last second before the bell rings, or when the bell rings. This is what I'm talking about. 3:30, I think the bell rang to leave at 3 o'clock. And I had to press play at 3:30 on the PA system in the office and leave. Bruv. I'm like, this is the most survival, grounded difficulty mission. This is the most 5-star difficulty puzzle in Ninja Plus, N Plus. Okay? So, I'm telling everyone I need your help. I need to distract Miss Secretary. What's her name? Miss Secretary. I don't even remember her name. I think I do. No, I don't. I'm getting her mixed up with someone else. Anyway, maybe it is her. I don't know. So, it's like 3:29. We all storm the office. And like, I didn't even like really plan it. I just told them I need everyone to distract the secretary, because she was the only one in the office. And the principal was in her office, which is in the office, but in the back room of the office. So if she just walked out, she would have saw. But like, everyone was like in on it so well. I didn't say anything. They like knew by divine godliness. Like, I don't know what the heck. So we get into the office and they're asking, like, you know, whoever it was, like the nurse girl, I don't know, going into the principal's office, saying, sign my book. There's like 20 people, 30 people in the office, all girls, mainly. I remember, and a few guys. So then I am just standing there awkwardly, and I'm like, okay, I gotta make it look like I'm here for a reason. Let me also ask for my book to be signed. So I just asked one person to sign my book, but then I just stood in the corner. I was like, yo, she doesn't even notice I'm here, because there's like 50 people in this room, 50 people in this office. And I'm just chilling. It's like 3:29, 3:28. The bell rings. Everybody storms and crowds and surrounds the secretary. Oh yeah, can you sign my book? Sign my book. I just freaking don't even know how this just started. I'm just like, yo, I didn't even say anything. Everyone just knew what to do. Like, the instructions I gave, I felt were so unclear. And I remember feeling like my whole life, like no one would listen to me. Like, if I gave instructions, no one would listen to them, or like they would do something different than what I asked. So I was just like, this is gonna be like that. They're gonna mess it up. And I'm like waiting for them all to look at me before this fell, before that happened, before they stormed her and crowded her. I was like, wait, I'm like, no one's listening, like no one's looking at me. I'm like, because like I felt like I had to give like a cue when the bell rang and be like, okay, go now, or whatever. Or like before the bell rang, just before the bell rang, I was gonna give them a cue. And I'm just like standing there all awkwardly with my yearbook in my hand, and all these girls and guys are just in the office with their yearbooks. And I'm like, oh my God, they're not freaking looking at me. They're not gonna know what to do. They're gonna do something wrong. Like, I can't give clear instructions. Ah! And then this taught me something so trippy about teamwork. Because the bell rang and they just, I guess, all already had the idea. They all already knew what the goal was. So as soon as the bell rang, crowd! I'm like, I don't even know what the heck you guys were legends. So I stormed right past. Open the freaking PA. Dude, I did not know how this PA worked. This was the first time I was ever touching this PA. But I walked right up, saw eject, pressed it. Thing opens, put the disc in. I'm like, I don't even know. There's like 6 disc trays. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm like, this could be total fail. Close the disc tray, press play, rip the volume up. I just spin that knob full. And then I just leave. And it wasn't blasting. Very sad. Maybe that was a good thing. I guess I turned up the wrong volume knob. Or maybe I did. I don't know. I ran out of that thing so quick, but people were saying, no, it's quiet. It's pretty quiet. People were like, all the kids were like, was that the teachers? The teachers did that for us? So I think I turned up the wrong volume knob. But it was just normal volume. School's out for the summer. Throughout the school. And I'm leaving like, hearts pumping like, holy, hearts pumping in that office. But heart was pumping more when I was leaving the school. I'll tell you that much. That's weird to remember right now. My heart was pumping like 10 times more running out of the school. So I leave out the school and I'm breathing fresh air like, I did it. I did it. Got my backpack on, walking with the boys. The dot boy. I think Airy Baby. I think Mas Mas. I think Zicky Zake boy. I think we were just like walking with me, and then I just hear, Devin. I'm like, no. Devin. No. I'm pretending I don't hear her. This is our teacher, grade 8 teacher. I'm not saying her name. Her name is Miss. Call her Miss Cool. Miss Cool. Miss Frizzle. She was a Miss Frizzle. She was a Miss Frizzle. She was Miss Cool. Anyway, so Miss Cool. Just like, Devin. My God, bro, she's still calling. She's gonna know I hear her. And then I think someone was like, Devin, Miss Cool's calling you. I was like, I really have to turn around. But I don't know if someone did that, but I just remember thinking like, okay, she knows I can't ignore her this long. And like, I'm obviously hearing her, so I just turned. I'm like, jail time. Jail time. She's like, come here. I'm like, jail time. Jail time. Mission failed. Mission failed at Xville. Are you stupid? And I could tell her, I was like, I know you did it. I'm calling you just to see what your reaction is, to see if it was really you. So I get up there, right when I walk up. She says something like, you gonna have a good summer? Or something like that. I'm like walking up like, oh, lacrimosa, oh, lacrimosa. So you gonna have a good summer? Say hi to your mom for me and stuff. All that. And I could, as I'm talking to her, because she's right at the like exit door, and kids are still pouring out. So kids are all pouring out, leaving, and I'm the only one walking back to the school, towards the school, because I'm going to miss school because she's calling me, and the only one she's calling. And I think she called like every baby and like daughter was like, get over here, you guys, as well. When I got there, and I'm talking to her, or I don't know if she called everyone else, because I remember talking to her and I could hear School's Out just faintly playing through inside the school, through the door. Like, what the hell? I'm responsible for that Miss Cool, and I'm sure you have an idea. And then I'm also thinking like, maybe she just thinks the secretary and principal just did that. But then I'm thinking like, does she really think they didn't do that? And I'm like, whatever. And she's like, okay, bye. I'm like, okay, bye. Bye, Miss Cool. It's like, come visit. Like, okay. And I never came to visit. I remember one time when every baby and Mas and I were all out in like grade 9 or 10, and they went to visit. And I just Stayed all the way back across the street and hid behind a bench, thinking I'm not seen. And Miss Cool's just, I could see them, they're so small down in the distance. And Miss Cool's like, and Mas and everybody were turning around looking at the bench where I'm hiding. And I'm just like, oh, I'm so hidden. They better not be telling them her where I am. Is she gonna come look behind this bench? And she's just waving. She's just waving at the bench. And I was like, she doesn't see me. She's just pretending to wave at the bench, thinking I could see her. Like, or just in case I'm looking. So then when I get back, or they say bye. I don't know why I didn't want to like talk to Miss Cool. Like I felt like I didn't want to see anyone, not just Miss Cool. I didn't want to see like anyone I knew ever. I don't think it was grade 9. Yeah, maybe it was. I just didn't want to see any teachers from that school anymore. I don't know why. Maybe I was embarrassed or shy. Or just felt like I want to leave this behind me and pretend it didn't exist. But it would have been nice to see her. But it was funny because when I got back, when they came and said bye to her and she closed the door, Mary Baby and Moss came up. I'm like, could you see me? They're like, yeah. The bench is like kind of see-through, and you can just see a full body just ducking behind it. And that actually happened to me another time in this cottage. At this resort, we met these people, and then it was like nighttime, and we were all like, I was hanging around the resort with my cousins, and then like we heard these voices, and we look, and it's like, oh, that's friggin', oh, there's this guy we called Jesse McCartney, because he looked exactly like Jesse McCartney. I'll tell this story another time, the tale of Jesse McCartney. It was Jesse McCartney and his friends with a bunch of girls. They were like the cool older kids. Oh my god, this is a great story. Like all this stuff at this resort. There's a lot of things. Anyway, so I said something. There was like a pool area where they were at night, and then it was like they were like older than us, and then it was like a fenced in area kind of with those like wooden fences that have the diamonds in the diamond holes, you know, those they're like made of like thin planks of wood. It's basically like a metal fence but like with planks of wood. So then I just was like, yo, shut up, and then ducked behind the fence, and they're all looking like, who said that, and they're like, oh, that kid, forget him. And then I'm like, haha, they probably didn't see me. They were like, what the hell was that? But I got the vibe that they like saw me, and like, what was that weird vibe where I thought they saw me? Next day, it's the daytime, and like I go into the pool area where they were, but they're not there, right? And then I see, like, I wanted to like stand where they were standing and look what they saw, and then you could totally see everyone who was behind that fence. So we just saw a kid ducking. And it reminded me of that when they told me, when Moss and Airy Baby told me that they just saw a body. So anyway, that's the freaking prank. That's the prank. School's out, mother suckers. I don't know if it said mother suckers. It said something. Oh, it said school's out, punk. That's what it said. It said school's out, punk. And yeah. And I'll never forget how flowy that prank went until the last second when I thought it was jail time. But then it wasn't jail time. Very cool. See, that's the type of prank that isn't an ass head prank. Like a lot of these ass head pranks are. And then some of these people are so in denial of how ass head their pranks are. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But like, I love everybody. I love everybody. It's like, no, you don't. If you're doing these kind of pranks. People are like, dude, you don't do these pranks, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, is this love? Yo, man, I love everybody. We like prank. It's like, bro, you don't love everybody if you're doing this kind of a prank. I don't even know if the prank I did was loving, but it was fun. It was probably loving. It was probably inspiring. And made the teachers go, hee hee hee. That's funny. Freaking Devin. That freaking kid. It was just like a good, fun prank. They were like, oh, those little rascals all gathered around me. That must have been when you put the CT in. I'm dicing up these mushrooms very fine. Man, when you're talking and cooking, prepping, so much slower. But we're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this recipe now. So we cut the mushrooms. I don't know what I'll talk about. Let's see, actually. There was another, maybe I'll put another story in here. I was gonna say this one story.
Nuh-uh.
Should I go to...
Nuh-uh.
The next thing that came up just says...
Nuh-uh.
Maybe I should just go to...
Nuh-uh.
Part 2, going in the...
Nuh-uh.
Just this...
Nuh-uh.
I don't know. Just...
Nuh-uh.
Adventures. Oh, see? That was God being like, yeah, tell him about this. I wasn't involved in this because I was like, bro, nah, it's not what we do. Their end of the year prank, or like our end of the year prank. Bro, this was just literally a chaotic destruction, vandalism, extravaganza. It was like hatred for the school. Like, yeah, we're so cool because we did this bad stuff. Like, look how bad we are. Look how bad we are wearing our masks, yo. And that trend, oh my, bro, stop. Stop that trend. Stop that trend. The ski mask trend. Like, breathe the fresh air, yo. Like, just breathe the fresh air. Like, what are you wearing this frickin' ski mask in 97-degree weather? Like, why are you on the surface of the sun and you're like, shit, it's too cold, I need the ski mask so the sun doesn't light up my face. Like, breathe the fresh air. Anyway, so the end of the year prank in Cabot, everyone was talking about it. I think a Facebook group was even made about it, and I'm like, nah, I'm not. But I was too coward to even say like, you guys shouldn't do that. I just decided to just not participate. But the next best thing would have been to also say, no, don't do this. I think my sister's her high school graduation prank, I think they released chickens in the school or something like that. Or I don't think that was my sister's. I think that was the class before us. I forget what my sister did. Water balloon fights in the hallway. I don't know. Ours was this. So everyone was angry because no one, like, bro, ours didn't even happen on the last day. It happened like during the summer. Like the mans came back. Like the mans came back to do the hit. And the gal. Like, I couldn't believe. I'm like, you guys should know better. Anyway, so there was also backlash for it too. Like people got in trouble. Or I don't know if it was in the middle of the summer or like in the middle of. I think it was. Oh man, now I don't even remember if it was end of the year prank for grade 11 summer to grade 12, or if it was like grade 12 summer. I feel like we all came back to school and everyone was like, yo, whoever did that is a thank you. Anyway, so everyone was annoyed because no one did a end of the year prank. I remember people being like, yo, our end of the year prank sucked. No one did anything. So people were like, oh, I want to do something now. I want to do something. So the big idea, Facebook group, everyone meet at, oh man, I gotta take out, damn, I gotta the name of the school. I'm just gonna call it Giovanni. It's Giovanni School. Dicing these mushrooms finer than a fine china paintbrush in the pinstripe section of the auto body shop. Do you guys remember pinstriping the car in that show? Pinstripe art. Pimp My Ride. But there was that other one. When Pimp My Ride ended, an exhibit wasn't in it, and it was just the people who did the cars made their own show. Anyway, see, I'm trying to get this. Always with this punchline thing, like I can't spoil it until I get to the punchline, and I get to the punchline, and I'm like, I can't spoil it. Or like always trying to like figure out a way to just say it all at once without building up to it with little bits and pieces. Anyway, Facebook group comes out. Everyone meet at Giovanni at 10 or 11 or 12, something like that. 1 a.m. I think, probably 1 a.m. type deal. Bring masks and bring your spray paint. Okay? Spray paint. I remember these kids, bro. They had the dang, I'm not even saying who was in this. Or should I? It's obviously not their real names, but I think I should. I'm wondering if I should say their fake names or just leave it. Okay, well, I remember one. So there's a bunch of girls. I don't even remember exactly who was there. I feel like Tennis Boy was there. I don't know if Ixie Knife was there. Might have been. Johnny Money, I know, was there. And some other people. I don't know. feel like it was just a freaking heart fart for all of them. Because now they're probably just like, why did we do that? A heart fart, not a brain fart, a heart fart. So they all meet. They record this menacing act. And they start. I remember, I think Johnny Money, the reason I remember he was there and like hardly remember who else was there is because I think he had like because everyone was in masks in the video too, right? Like I kind of like just blanked it out of my head when they were telling me about it, and so I'm like, bro, I'm not even listening. I'm not even about this. I don't want to hear it. But I remember like Johnny Money had this neon green, neon yellow, bro, highlighter ski mask. This highlighter ski mask, like the most attention-bringing ski mask that hides your face. Bro, that's so epic. That's the most epic contradiction. It's not that epic because F a ski mask if you're using it for evil. But anyway, just a funny artistic ski mask. Neon yellow highlighter. And they all wore black. And then they spray painted the school. I don't know if I forget if they spray painted the school. I remember they spray painted that electrical box place where like the janitor keeps the tools and stuff. But I think they did spray paint like the side of the school as well. Pretty sure. It just got cleaned off really fast. And it was just dicks and dicks basically. I think that was it. It was just dicks. That was the prank. Spray paint dicks everywhere. I think it was just dicks. I was gonna say dicks and like fuck and sex and dumb shit like that. But now I just would think it was straight up only dicks. Like only dicks or you get kicked out of the group. Like if you didn't spray paint a dick, you're getting rushed. No, I'm kidding. No, it was just dicks though. It's just dicks. So yeah, I think it was like I don't know, I remember going back to school for some reason. I don't even know. Either I just went to the school and saw it, not even to see it. See, like that's the thing. I never like was like, I'm gonna go see what they did. But I remember seeing the dicks spray painted everywhere, like on the floor, bruv, on the grass, on the bleachers and stuff. I think I don't even remember. And I think just going to the school to play or skateboard or whatever, and I'd see the dicks and be like, well. But part of me remembers just still being in school. So I think it was like grade 11, summer. I don't know. Anyway, that was the freaking high school prank. Total turnaround from a happy-go-lucky prank. But dicks everywhere. What are you gonna do? Dicks. They should have just left the dicks. Like that would have been the sickest high school ever if they just left the dicks. Cause like dicks are sick. Like dicks are legendary. Like everyone needs dick in their life. Like dicks, bro. Like that would have been that would have been Canada's top school if they just left the dicks. But they would have went online and it would have been like Forbes top high schools in Canada, #1, Giovanni. And it would have been like, cause dicks are spray painted everywhere and they just left it. This is very respectful to human biology and sexuality. And Canada is proud for this school. A historical moment in schooling. Sex ed will never be the same. Nah, I think it was just a silly prank. Because it was real spray paint. I remember thinking like you guys should do it with like, you know, spray paint you could wash off. But they did it with real spray paint. Like if it was spray paint you could wash off, I think it would be funny. But when they were like, we're doing it with real spray paint, I'm like, bro, not like going too far. Yo, it takes me a long time to cut these mushrooms. Closing this. Closing this window. Anyway, so yeah. I could just go into Cabot stories, I guess. What's another Cabot story? Funny enough, the story I'm telling tomorrow actually adds Cabot into it. Dude, very trippy. God is epic. God's beyond epic. What the epic, bro? Epic, bro. It's epic. That's beyond epic and epic. Anyway, so let's think of another Cabot story. I'm dicing this second mushroom because the third mushroom. I gotta go faster. Guess you could talk about the woodmaker. The woodman. The woodman. This is a funny story. The woodman was a legend. This man was the man in wood shop. Funny enough, the story tomorrow, part of it takes place in wood shop. Anyway, so this teacher, the woodman, said the wisest but funniest things. Like, I don't even remember. Sometimes he would say things that we thought were so stupid. But then when we grow up, we look back and we're like, this man was saying the wisest stuff. And I'm like, is it because his English was like broken and he had a funny accent? The legendary accent. And like the things he would say were so simple and like make you go like, oh, be quiet. But like afterwards you're like, actually, he was teaching us his wisdom. And I don't even remember some of his wisdom, but I know his wisdom stayed with all of us. And apparently he got fired and came back maybe. I don't even know the story. I don't know why he got fired. Whatever he got fired for was retarded because he was a legend, so... Nah, I don't know. I don't know if he got fired or not. I just heard that. It was rumors. So, one day... our first day in woodshop. Just telling stories about like the banditos. He called us all banditos, especially if we did bad stuff. We were the banditos. Reckless youth. Violent, reckless youth. Mischievous youth, the banditos. But it was all fun and games. Until this one day, which is tomorrow. Anyway, so he's talking about banditos from his earlier classes, from his past years. He's like, one day. The things he said were so funny, man. One day, he's like, a student, I'm speaking to the class, and he's writing something. I catch him on. He's writing something on the desk, over here, and it's like the side of the desk. So I'm like, oh, I caught him. And I go ask, what are you writing? And he's like, nothing. So I go and look. You know what he wrote? Nigga. Bro, this is so... We're all dying, like, holy. Like, he had to know how funny he was. Oh man, he told us stories about him as a kid. Holy, bro. The world is epic because he told us stories about him as a kid in Africa. As a young lad. And how he had him and his cousin or his brother discovered ice for the first time. Frozen water was like a legendary discovery to them. And they had it in their hand and they had to run all the way home with this ice in their hand to show their mom or dad or their other brother or something, or their friends. They had to show their parents, someone. They had to show people. But by the time they ran home, the ice was gone. That's a story of Mr. Woodman. One story. He told some other stories. Oh my god, every time I would do something stupid in that wood shop class, he would catch me and call me the bandito. Like sanding my phone on the belt sander. Sanding my phone. I had this stupid phone. I called it the phone knife gun because it could turn into a switchblade. Open it, flick it open as a blade. I could hold it like a gun. I call it the phone knife gun. And so one day I'm just like, I would do stupid stuff to that phone because it was so annoying. It was like a Moto Razr kind of stupid flip phone. I would burn it and light it on fire. One day I put it on the belt sander and just grinded the corner. And Mr. Woodman caught me. He's like, everybody look. Look what this bandito is doing. Shows the phone. He's putting his phone on the belt sander. It's like he's a bandito. And then he would say some moral. Like he would call, every time we did something stupid or whatever, he would come out with a moral. Like a story, like a wise proverb. Or what are they called? Parable thing. Or this time, because like I remember Airy Baby was in that class, and Del Sorte was in that class. I took that class twice, so I think Airy Baby was in the first time I was in it, and Del Sorte was in the next time. And then like he always had the door, like, cause like it's wood shop, right? So safety first. Like there's no playing. So that's why he had these wise proverbs. He was the safety woodman. Like he had to make us. I feel like that's one of the. Like that class is like the class that's like. You have to be the most careful. Or you have to be the most like watching the kids, you know? Like he had the hardest job of keeping everyone safe. Because there's so many things that could slice your life. And he told us stories of when kids sliced their life or sliced their finger off or something. I remember he talking with Del Sorte and I, how we're banditos and how I'm gonna build a big structure and then I'm gonna stand on top of it and I'm gonna go. Nuh-uh. Oh wait, I can't say that name. It's funny because his name is something like we call him something else, but like Mr. Woodman would say the full name, like you know how there's like a full name, like Rob, but then like he would be like Roberto. And like say it as if I'm saying it. So let's just call him Roberto. So I always call the Solte Rob. Like we all call the Solte Rob, right? But like Mr. I said his name. Mr. Woodman would say Roberto, bandito. So it's like, so like Devin, he built a big thing, okay? He's bandito, so he climbs up it. This is a fake story he's making up just to like make an example. He's like, he's gonna climb up what he made. And he's gonna say, Roberto, and fall over. So that became like this funny thing we always would say, Roberto, Roberto. He was like an elder, so he had the wisdom, okay? The wisdom of an elder. The wisdom of a woodshop elder. He's going to climb the top of the thing he built. He's going to say, Roberto, Roberto, look at me. And fall over. Anyway, so then the days are coming. And this is the airy baby time. This was the first time I was in the class, which was grade 11. Grade 12, we had to like choose our electives, so I just chose woodshop again, and I was with all the grade 11s and a few grade 12s because they also chose it. So in grade 11 was the year Mr. President at the time, and not at the time, but Mr. Barack Obama was elected, right? So Airy Baby and I think we were in woodshop when he got elected, or like he got elected during the school day. Like we all watched it, and like Airy Baby and I would like, we have like, you know, every friend has like the stupidest inside joke thing that only they know. So like when Obama got elected, we'd just be like, Obama, 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 and walk away. That's what we'd say. We'd say Obama and walk away. And that was always like that was an expression. Like it didn't mean anything. It just meant Obama and walk away. Like anything can be Obama. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean, right? But Mr. I think Obama got elected we were in woodshop, I think. I'm pretty sure. And as soon as you got elected, we're just like, because we're talking about like, if Obama gets elected, we're just gonna say Obama. Like, we're just gonna say Obama. Obama. Like anything that happens, Obama, and walk away. Like if we're getting in trouble by our teacher, Obama, just walk away. Or like something stupid happens, just Obama, walk away. Something pisses us off, Obama, walk away. Something sick happens, Obama, walk away. Right, so we're in woodshop, and I just remember like, I remember like the TV is there or something like that. Or we saw it in lunch before woodshop. I don't know. Either way, Obama gets elected and we're just like, Obama, 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 just Obama, just Obama. And then we're in woodshop class, and like something happens, and we're just like, Obama, Obama, Obama. And like I didn't even know. Like I wasn't even thinking of Mr. Woodshop, Mr. Woodman, Mr. Wisewood. And he's like, come here. You two, come here, banditos. So Airy Baby and I go, he's like, what are you saying, Obama? We're just like, I don't know. Like, why are you saying Obama? Like, right when I'm like, how are you gonna explain? And he goes, saying Obama? Because I am black? I'm just like, oh, no. I'm like, oh, damn. I wasn't even thinking of that. Like, and I'm like, no, how do we explain it to him though? We're like, no, not because you're black, because Obama. Like, I don't even know why. It's like, how do I explain this? Like, cause like, you just say Obama. I don't know. It's just too amazing. When something's just too amazing or something, you just say Obama. Like, because I am black. Kept saying it. Like, bro, I don't know how we're gonna explain this to you, because this is a 5-dimensional joke. Like, I don't know how the hell. You have to sit down for like 20 minutes for you to understand what Obama means. It's just an expression. Like, I wasn't even thinking of this man, but like in the end, it was because like the first black president, like that it was like the first black president was like elected. So we're just like, yo, we're just like the world changed. So we're just like Obama, like the first African American president. But it's not even that big of a deal, is it? It was just like, I think it was just the hype of everything surrounding it. Like, I didn't even care. Like, I honestly didn't care, like, what the president is, what race the president is. It was just everyone else's hype about it just made it be like, Obama. And yeah, Mr. Nolan saying, because I am black. No, man. It's because Obama. It's just because Obama. Because there's hype around the whole Obama thing, so like the word Obama is just hype. The word Obama is just hype. I don't even give a crud what the crap race this new president is. Everyone was just making a big ass deal about it if he won. So when he won, it's just Obama. And that was a funny time. There's so many Cabot stories I could go on while I'm cutting these mushrooms. Holy though, I've been cutting mushrooms. Talking and cutting is crazy. Talking and cutting. I could be cutting faster, but what other story about Cabot? Peter wait, no. Can't even say his name. Man, I wonder if that video is even up still. I'm gonna check YouTube. We all got together and made a YouTube video with the Rebbe boy. With the Rebbe. Because Rebbe liked to do film. Oh my God, is that him? Two 2009. I feel like that video has been taken off YouTube. There was this guy, we'll call him Haha. And for no reason, we made him a legend. For no reason whatsoever. And that's what was funny about it. For no reason whatsoever, we made Haha a legend. And it got famous on YouTube. Like somewhat famous. A lot of people knew him after. We just like and we got like masks. I think it was I who printed out the masks. We just got pictures of his face. A picture of his face from the yearbook, I think, and then I printed out big masks. I think it was I who printed it out. I know I put the strings on. We just made masks of his face, and it was like the Haha takeover 2009 at school. We were all just wearing his face, like every student. Actually, that kind of looked like him. There was a channel, and the profile picture looked like it was him. It might have been him. The channel was just his name. Anyway, so it looked like he was in a different country though. Anyway, yeah, we all just like, and then Rebby boy, Rebel, we'll call him Rebel, brought his camera because he was a filmmaker. I was into it too. I was into filmmaking. That's what I went to college for. So, yeah, we just made a film. We're like resurrecting a dead squirrel. We found a dead squirrel and we're all like wearing the haha masks in a circle around the squirrel, holding hands like praying for it, doing a ritual. The squirrel raises from the dead, like Rebel edited it, and it just became this friggin' epic video. I'm like standing on the all the haha masks, just so funny. Everyone in haha masks, like a crowd. It looked like zombies. And then there's the part where I'm like saying the greatest speech, this triumphant speech to all the ha-has. I'm in a haha mask, standing on top of the playground. I'm like, you must rise. We shall not be defeated. And all the ha-has are just standing looking at me. We're all running down this like alleyway. First we're all just walking. It's slow motion. And then this one guy, I don't know if I told his name in this, we'll call him Odin. Odin just starts running slowly. And like, oh my, he's running, I have to start running. So I start running, everyone else starts running. So there's like 50 ha-has just in this alleyway sprinting at the camera in slow motion. Greatness. It's so stupid. The haha invasion. And there's this one guy from the other school who was obsessed with it. And he would always ask like, you have to do it. You have to do another one. And it was like years later, this guy's still talking about like us doing another one. Legendary. And then we were gonna do one about him, like that guy. I don't know what to call him. Oh man, there's some character people. It must have been, yeah, oh my god. We were gonna do, like that kid, that guy who was obsessed with it, kept asking us to do another one. We were gonna do one of him. But yeah, like, haha never understood why, none of us understood why we did this. Why we just picked haha. Like he's just haha. Like we weren't making fun. Like we weren't like making fun of him. Just everyone wore a haha mask and it was the haha invasion. And like there was literally no reason. No reason why. I wish that video was still up. Maybe I'll find it. I'll check if I can find it, but I think I can't. I think it's down. There's some stupid thing that I feel stupid about now called the Taliban Rush. The Taliban Rush. It was just someone started it. Like I feel like I shouldn't talk about it, but it was part of it. But I do feel stupid about it. I won't talk about it. Actually, I guess just talk about it. Actually no. Actually, whatever. I'll just say the Taliban Rush. Taliban Rush. It was just... I feel stupid about it. This guy, what should we call him? Sile. We should call him Sile. Sile's like, yo, we're gonna do the Taliban Rush. We're gonna do the Taliban Rush too. Let's call him... This was at gym class. It was like, during gym class, he's like, Sile's like, we're gonna do the Taliban Rush to, in the change room after gym. And actually, I'll call him Lad. I'll call him Lad. He's a lad, you know what I mean. It's like, we're gonna do Taliban Rush to Lad. Film it. Now this isn't violent. Like, this wasn't a real, like... This was a real, like, beating up someone. I just take up... See, like, we're gonna take out your phone. I start filming. And everyone's starts putting t-shirts on their head, like a Taliban soldier. And then everyone's just making sounds like, no. So then Lad doesn't know what's going on. And he starts putting a t-shirt on his head because he's like, am I supposed to join this? Like, everyone was in on it. And like, this was something where like, I didn't even know how everyone was in on it. I guess Sila like told everyone. But I was just filming. I think I don't know if I had a shirt on my head because I was just filming. I might have put a shirt on my head and then filmed. But I don't think I did. No, I don't think I had a t-shirt on my head. I was just cameraman. And then it's like, oh, no. And then everyone just rushes Lad, like crowds him. Like, not really like punching him or anything, just like pretending to like rush him. Like, and that was the Taliban Rush. So then Taliban Rush. So then I just put it on YouTube and I called it Giovanni School Taliban Rush. And in my head I'm like, I think it's pretty stupid to say the school name, but I want everyone to find it. And then the next day the teachers are like, who did the Taliban Rush? And I knew I uploaded it, I think, because my freaking channel name is just Devin. They knew I uploaded it. So they're like, yo, take that down and stuff. And they reported it. And Lad was just laughing after because he's like, yo, I didn't know what the heck was going on, so I'm just putting a shirt on my head and then everyone's rushing me. So then that same day, Sile starts it again. And we're all gonna start the Taliban Rush again. But we're gonna do it to someone else this time, I forget who. Or just no Taliban. Not to someone, just like, I don't even remember. I think it was just again. Or, oh, I said his name. I think it was just Talad again. And he's like, no guys, no guys, stop. And we're all just like making a ruckus in the change room, like, oh, no. Just yelling, screaming, oh, no. And laughing and screaming and stuff. And then one of the gym teachers, Mr. Day, I call him Mr. Day, busts open the door, puts his foot against the door so I can't close again. He's like, what are you guys doing in here? We're all just like, oh crap. Anyway, that was the end of Taliban Rush. I don't know what else happened. What else happened at that frickin' school? Like, a lot happened. People saying, oh no, this one guy. Okay, this guy, we'll call him Mikey Boy. He said, curly hair is the work of the devil, referring to me. And I was like, damn, that hurt. I was like, no. all the cupids and angels on the paintings have curly hair. Airy baby and this. Man, I don't know if I should talk about stupid violent stuff. Nah, screw violent stuff. Nothing really violent happened, but there was supposed to be a fight after school. And this one kid told everyone, like one of the kids. Like, and this kid was known to like... Well, in this instance, he like over-exaggerated and stuff, I guess. Because holy, like this fight never happened. But it was supposed to be Airy Baby and this other kid. And Airy Baby was like, what the hell? Because after school, like 500 people from our school and the next were all crowded, waiting. Because there's a parent fight supposed to happen. And nothing happened. They just came in the middle of the crowd, looked at each other, just walked away. And I was just like, exactly. Obama walk away. Not cause like, dude, I never saw so many people in one place. I'm wondering if I told the story of the party I had. Probably didn't. Hold on, let me write this stuff down. These are good stories to remember. I feel like I did write this. Party? Okay, I wrote that down. Party. What's the other one? Resort. Jesse McCartney. Yeah, but then like nothing happened with that fight, and everyone was cool after. And just some stupid thing started in the change room, and they're like, "Okay, we're fighting after school." And everybody's like, "Okay." And that guy ended up telling everyone and their ancestors. Man, this has been going on for a long time, but I've been trying to cook and tell this recipe at the same time. I didn't think it was going to go on this long. Let's quickly do this. I'm wondering what other star. Holy, what other Giovanni story? There's going to be a lot of nuts in this. I'm on my fourth mushroom. I was cutting some broccoli. Let's quickly do this. Oh my gosh, there's a carrot still and a sausage. Yo, I've been cutting for an hour and a half. Let's get to it. This is how slow I am. This is why I would never want to work the line at a restaurant, because like I'm slow. Like I'm slow. I take my time and watch the knife go in and watch how everything cuts, and I analyze it like it's all science experiments. Like, wow, that looks cool. Wow, look how it cuts in half. Wow, look at that. feel like high school wasn't that eventful. And if it was just mischief. I remember never skipping a single day. So then I skipped every day nearly in college. Like I had to get it out. Like I never tried to skip. Everyone was skipping. Or like not everyone, but people who were skipping. I was like, man, they don't care if they call their mom. Or like their parents would be like at work, so they would say they would just delete the message and stuff. I was going to Tennis's house at lunch and stuff. Or like the Hall man's house. I remember they were all watching porn in the basement. I'm like, dude, why are you all watching porn together? What the frick, bro? Remember I kicked Holly boy's chair and they locked me out of the house. This is at lunch, right? Like at lunch we would all go to their houses who lived like right across the street and stuff. And I remember being a ruckus of a human. And I kicked his dining room chair. Because I thought I was gonna like fly over. But the backboard just came out of it. It was like a back cushion and it just came out of the chairs. So it was just a chair frame and a back cushion on the floor, and they locked me out of the house. And I wasn't allowed in anymore. But then they allowed me in and they were like, you're crazy. And that was one time I felt very stupid. I was like, I'm sorry. Every lunch going to Pizza Nova. I remember this other time when we all went to Pizza Nova. Oh my god, getting those fries, the seasoned fries, don't mess. Or when I did eat meat, the beef patty. Holy. And then Diesel, this guy Diesel, let's call him Diesel, showed his beef patty had like this sauce in it. I'm like, what the heck is that? So you gotta ask for the sauce. I'm like, what? I asked for the sauce. I'm like, yo, it's the greatest sauce ever. Or like he gave me like a piece of his beef patty or something. And I'm like, what the heck is that? He's like, it's the sauce. You gotta ask for the sauce. Greatest thing ever. But now I feel stupid about eating that meat. I remember, going to Pizza Nova all together. And I remember it was Velvel, Del Sorte, Gusty Baby, Packaging, one of the Packaging sisters, and maybe the Chalk Man, the Bill Man. He might have been there, I don't think so. We're all sitting inside eating. And we're saying like what dogs we would be or something. Or no, what animal would be. Oh, and the tech man. Tech man was like, Devin would be a Tasmanian devil. And I'm like, Del Sorte would be a chihuahua. And he got very mad and sad and down about it. Yo, I didn't realize that he was mad and sad down until I was just like, oh, he's mad and sad down. Yo, I didn't even mean to offend you. You just be. But funnily enough, do you know how many times I was called that I'd be a chihuahua? By so many people. Mainly girls that didn't even know the other girl said that I'd be a chihuahua. If I was a dog, I'd be a chihuahua. And I'm like, okay. And now I understand. I looked at myself and I'm like, oh, I understand why I'd be a chihuahua. Probably because of me being all anxious and like like a chihuahua. So I just looked in that, and it was good because it taught me that I can what to clear away and what issues I have. This one time, World Cup. I feel like I put this as a separate story, but I'm just gonna say it now. It's World Cup. Probably had to be 2010 World Cup. Because had to be 2010 World Cup. That was the only cup I was in high school for. It was lunchtime, and I, Nos Tanks, and let's call him Manian. I, Nos Tanks, and Manian were like, yo, we gotta go watch the Italia game at Manian's house. Manian's like, yo, we're going to my house to watch the game. So we're going. Manian has the freaking Italian flag as a cape. Nas has the Italian flag hanging off his backpack. I have nothing. And then I see the flag dealer like across the street when we were walking to his house. I didn't even have money. So I'm like, damn, I can't even get a flag. Whatever. Then all of a sudden, this black pickup truck just flies by, and this guy comes out the window. Italy sucks! Middle finger and shit. Nos Tanks. We're all just like, we thought it was like all fun and like whatever, like, you know. So we're just like, oh, shut up, ha ha ha. Like, Manian's smiling, like, oh, shut up. Nos Tanks like says something, I don't know what he said. Freaking guy skids his whole pickup truck around. Dust flying everywhere because he goes on the side of the road. Gets out of the car. His whole hood is Portuguese flag. Comes out. Walking up, sunglasses, backwards hat. Yo, what you say? We're just like, yo, what the heck's going on? Relax, bro. And I just like walk up to him. I was like, bro, relax, man. I didn't say anything. I just like, he was walking up to us, so I just walked up to him like what? Not mad or anything, just, what's up? And then he like started talking to Nos Tanks. Like, I don't even know what he's saying. And then he just gives Nos Tank like a double pat on his cheek, like, no, little kid to say, I guess, I don't know. We're just like, dude, what the hell, man? He's like, watch what you say. I think he's just like, Portugal sucks, something. But I guess he was like a real life, about that life soccer hooligan. And yeah. So I don't know if the World Cup is good in that sense. Because of the race thing. I don't know. So then he just goes off. And Nos Tanks thought it was very cool what I did. How I just walked up to him. Like, whatever, yo. Because I just see everyone as a brother, I guess, and a sister. Except the one. The one is not a brother or sister. The one is just oneself. The other half of oneself. The other whole of oneself. So that's why you wouldn't have sex with your brothers and sisters, right? But you would have sex with oneself. The one. The other half of you. So that's why you gotta just pray for the one. Because I'm not gonna have sex with my brothers or sisters, but I'll have sex with the one. And everyone has a one. And the one is not your brother or sister, it's just you. Anyway, we get to Manian's house and we watch the game and have some drinks. Like lemonade or something. No alcohol, I don't think. Good time. Good time. I don't remember if they won or lost. Damn, this is going 2 hours. I've been cutting this stuff for a long time. What else happening? It was silly. That World Cup event was silly. I really don't like talking about race things, but I spoke a lot about race things in this. I guess just stories and the truth of them. Now we're cutting the carrot. Cutting it in eighths. And then dicing it even finer. Fine china. Damn, that sucked. What else happened? Well, I am gonna... Wait, was that even? I don't even know if it was still during high school, but this is a whole separate story, so I'm just gonna mention it, but I'll tell it one day. How I had the biggest party I've ever seen. Actually, no, someone topped it. Someone had a bigger party. I accidentally had a house party that went out of control. And then I remember watching Project X in the theater, and the first 30 minutes of it, when everyone's arriving, was giving me PTSD. I was like, yo. But then it was just way beyond. After a certain point in the movie, it was just like, okay, this is way beyond what my party was. But yeah, people from New York were apparently at that party. Like, people heard about it everywhere and were like, yo, it's gonna be the best party ever, go to this guy's house. I've never seen, like, my street was lined with cars. I won't get into that though. That'll be its own separate story. And thinking back, oh, Bodyguard. Man, Bodyguard's so legendary, he already has his name. Bodyguard. Bodyguard. First day of school. First day of grade 9. No, I wasn't scared about like 9. Everyone was like hyping up like 9 or hazing and stuff. And I'm like, bro, that's not gonna happen. And it didn't. But I remember the first day of school. Grade 12 guy came and said, yo, you know you have the coolest hat in the whole school? I think that's what he said. That might have been some other day. I feel like that's how we met though. It was a spider hat. It had orange and white spiders. Orange, white, and gray spiders on it. Like black riddles. And it was a black hat. It was like a snowboarding hat. And then from that time on, for some reason, we agreed that he was my bodyguard. If any hazing happened, he was my bodyguard. And he was like big, like a big 12th grader. Like big and lunky. And he was always my bodyguard. And I think he stayed back after grade 12, maybe I'm not. hallucinating. He was still my bodyguard, but I don't know. I just remember like years after college, after everything. Man, this must have been like, I don't know, 2016 or something. I saw him at the mall, Square One. I saw him at Square One Mall. Dicing up these carrots. We were like, yo, bodyguard. Oh. And I remember one time, there's this other guy. This big fat man in grade 12. And one of these, like, I was like such a friggin' freak in school. I was kind of a bully. I feel like I was kind of a bully because I got made fun of a lot by like the grade 8s when I was in grade 7. And a lot of time too, like in earlier grades. I just remember always like in elementary school being made fun of a lot by the grade above. And also like in my soccer team. I feel like I became a bully for that. But also, me thinking like I wasn't being such a bully. And then this actually goes in for tomorrow's story. Cause like it wasn't I wasn't like those like I didn't feel like those like bullies in TV where they're like, where's my lunch money? I was like a bully that was like thinking it was a joke, but at other people's expense. I feel like a lot of us did that. Anyway. There was this guy, we'll call him Russ had some cologne or something in his locker, and I'm like, yo, where's this cologne? Spray. I'm like, spray. He's like, yo, this is my cologne. And I'm like, took it. I'm like, let me see. So I could smell it. And I started smelling it. And I started spraying it on him, like drenching him in it. It's like, so he would smell like a frickin', smell like the literal bottle. And then that big fat guy in grade 12 was walking by. And it apparently, some of the spray went in his face and he just punched me in the chest like, yo, what in my fucking face? He started walking by and I was like, damn. And then one day, I just opened the door or something, and that big fat guy and bodyguard were both standing there talking with another guy from grade 12. And like I opened the door to the stairwell, like with my foot or something. Like I forget what I did. He's like, yo, why you open the door like such a retard, bro? I was like, what the frick? Like, I'm not, and I said, I'm not even a retard. That's what I just said. The bodyguard was just staring at him like, yo, you know who that is? This bodyguard. I don't know. That big fat guy was like angry. He was like so angry all the time. Every time I saw him, he was like walking like angry look. Another story is everyone throwing stuff at the bus from the other high school. We'll call it fruit tree. We'll call it fruit tree. Fruit Tree High School. I think it was Fruit Tree High School. The school bus from Fruit Tree High School. And we would all at one point in grade 12, walking home from school, I had to go the other way because my house was down the opposite direction. But because I wanted to like see this go down, I had to walk the other way a little bit. So everyone would like get the dumbest things. Like over time, the objects being thrown became stupider and stupider. Like first it was just the little crab apples from the tree, and the bus would go by and we just whip them. And then eventually it became eggs and pudding and stuff. And I remember like I threw it once, but then the rest of the times I would just watch. Because like I felt stupid for throwing things at the bus, so I would just go there to watch them do it. And this one guy, we'll call him Caldy Boy. Caldy Boy was known for some reason for having the greatest aim when he threw up anything. Like, we're just like, holy cow, one has the next aim. Like, he'll throw something and just hit something so perfectly. So, Caldy Boy had an egg on this fine day. Whips it when the bus comes by directly into the face of a human soul. A human soul who was screaming out the window, talking ish, because they knew. Because like at this point they knew like things were gonna get thrown at the bus. Because it was like normal. So like, oh, here comes little kids who are hiding in the bushes and stuff, waiting to throw things at us. So this guy is just like, yeah, blah, 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 screaming out the window. Caldy Boy whips an egg. Right on his face. So then the next thing, the PA system was like, stop throwing at the bus. I'm cutting the sausage now. One sausage for this recipe. Man, we're hitting 2 hours. This is gonna be the longest. The longest video I recorded. So we're cutting this Beyond sausage into 8 strips, long ways. Okay. Just so it could be small pieces, but while it's cooking, they're gonna get even more ground up with the spatula. So that's a story, whipping things at the bus. I remember this one guy, we'll call him Francesco. Francesco and his brother Franco. Like, just picture the two twins. Two twins, like two rough-headed twins, okay? I have cousins like that, so like, well, not cousins, uncles. I have zeals like that. Like two rough-headed brothers that they kind of look the same, but you know one is the younger one and one's the older one. Like that raspy voice, kind of. The legends. Anyway, so one day I was walking home and Francesco's car is just pretty totaled at the front, and he's out of his car and there's another car right behind him and he's like, my parents are gonna fucking kill me! Ah! His face is red. And he always was like a hothead kind of. And I remember this other time I was like wrestling with Johnny Mon's big brother. I was wrestling with Johnny Mon's big brother. I think Johnny Mon's big brother or some other guy, Johnny Mon's friend. Some of the guys who were the people who bullied me and made fun of me and stuff, like I feel like they don't even know they bullied me. They just feel like it was all fun and games, but I'm also just very sensitive. But maybe they actually did know. Maybe they're like, make fun of him. Those guys. But like in high school now, I was wrestling with him and I went, and like tackled him down to the ground. I think it was Johnny Wan's brother. Or like one of the other guys. Ron. I'll call him Ron. Anyway. Then like Francesco comes out of the school, he's like, yo, what that you doing, man? And I know what I said, I'm like, yo, if I die, I don't even care. He's like, yo man, keep stepping, yo. I respect that. And I felt all cool because I'm like, damn, an older guy respects me from a grade above me. Because I said, I don't care if I die. If I die, I die. It's okay. I just have to die if I die. But yeah. I'll live forever. We can all live for as long as we want in the physical body. Did you know that? Okay. Pink Himalayan sea salt. Into the pan. Maybe like just a sparse sprinkling on the bottom of the pan. This pan's not on yet. And now, get your avocado oil butter and your coconut oil. 1 tablespoon coconut oil. It didn't all come off the spoon, so I'm scraping it off with the spatula Nina. And then a hefty, heaving tablespoon of the butter. Boom, put it in. And now, if you want, you can. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I do it most times. Old Bay, also. Okay. Don't need that butter or that oil or that bay anymore. I need that bowl. Now turn. I mean, you do how you want. This is how I do it. Turn this on max now. And we wait for this butter and oil to boil. To bubble and blister. I thought this was just gonna be like an hour and it's 2. It's gonna be like 2.5 hours, holy. What else happened? I don't know. I don't quite remember. We're just gonna cook.
Nuh-uh.
Stories.
Nuh-uh.
Story. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to listen to this again to find everywhere I said a name of something. That put that. Nuh-uh. Man, nothing happened there, did it? I mean, a lot did, I just can't think of it. I remember Mama crying because I didn't get a school pick because I thought it was too cool for a school pick. I was I thought I was a too cool kid for a school pic. And also piano didn't get one either, so I felt like, piano didn't get one either. Like I didn't know that until like later. I'm like, okay, I don't feel alone now. And piano's mom was also like sad that piano didn't get a school pic. My mom was so disappointed. Okay, so the butter and oil is sizzling. Now I put the diced onions, diced mushrooms, the diced Beyond sausage. I use hard Italian or mild Italian because sometimes they're out and I have to get the other one. Diced carrots, so diced mushrooms, and diced broccoli. Put all these in. We're basically sauteing this stuff. Now when I say diced, like these are fine. Like they're fine. They're finely diced. Is there another word? There's chopped. Diced. Can't think of another one. Now we stir and get the butter and oil all over the stuff. And while you're at it, just be chopping up the sausage more with the spatula. Lina. I remember a lot of throwing stuff. A lot of throwing things. For example, fries that we would get at Pizza Nova or wherever it was. I think it was the place next door. And I'd whip the box of fries, that shit. I remember my first taste of hot sauce on pizza. Because like I never wanted hot sauce on my pizza. Then everyone would do it all the time and I'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna just try it. I was like, wow, that's very good. But not really. So then I stopped hot sauce on pizza for years and years. And then just recently I started doing it again. Like within the last 3 years, maybe 4 years. I don't know. I remember Friday the 13th. We were laughing. Airy baby, sob. Call him sob. I probably called him another name sometime. Sob is a legend. He met his high school sweetheart. I don't know what's going on right now. But he might be still with her. And they have a kid. I think they had the son or the daughter in high school. Or maybe not high school, maybe right after high school. It was like, whoa, this is the first person with a kid. Actually, no, it was probably after high school. And that's when I'm like, yo, we're all growing up, man. We're having kids and stuff. Anyway, I remember Friday the 13th. We're like, yo, today's the day something crazy's gonna happen. We keep talking about 13 things. 13 funny things have to happen today. And I remember like the 5th or 6th thing that happened was this guy, we'll call him I don't know what we'll call him. I think he actually did have a nickname anyway. Okay, so this stuff looks like ground. Like it just looks like it's so fine. It looks like a sauce in itself, nearly. Not that much, not that ground up, but it looks like a slop. I didn't want to use that word. It looks like taco filling. like veggie taco filling, or like veggie beef patty filling. Anyway, we'll call him Den. We'll call him Den. Den fell. We had to see 13 funny things, and we always used to laugh at people. We always used to laugh at people falling, which was like pretty much peak of comedy. Someone falling was very peak comedy to us, which even at the time I felt bad about it, and now I just really like, I'm like, it's not even funny anymore. Sometimes it is, if they don't get hurt. But if they get really hurt, then it's not funny. But if they try to do like a flip off the diving board into a pool and like end up like funnily falling into the pool, oh, that could be funny. Especially if they're laughing too. Anyway, let this stuff saute until it gets kind of, I don't know, just let it saute. It's gotta look cooked. And remember, we got the tzatziki, the pesto, which I don't want to use anymore because there's egg white in it. I would probably make my own without the egg white. We got that vegan avocado mayo and mustard. Usually I'll be stirring every second. And then near the end of the cooking, I'll leave it for a minute and then flip it all. Flip it all. But usually I'm just like constantly stirring it and flipping it and evenly cooking it. Yeah, so Den fell during gym class. We were all playing soccer and he fell over a bench. We all started laughing. Well, me, Sub and Airy Baby. Because we're like, yo, that's the sixth thing. We did find 13 things that day. I remember one time we were playing the grade 12s. We were grade 9s playing grade 12s in soccer. And the ball was coming at me and I went, Shoryuken! And I volleyed it and the grade 12s were dying laughing. And I just kept serious. I kept a serious face. I'm like, no, it's not funny, bro. That's a Shoryuken kick. Okay. It's pretty good. Pretty done. Usually I cook it longer. Actually, I'm gonna cook it longer. I like to get it cooked. Actually, it's pretty much there. When it starts charring on one side, turn off the heat. Take out the heat. I just leave it for like a minute and let the oil and butter just soak up. I always think like 2 hours is going to be way too long, and I just remember people's podcasts and how I would like listen to them and be like, yeah, I never got bored. Maybe this is boring, but who knows? People just do this working out and stuff. Or biking, playing soccer, doing something, man. I don't know. Have it on in the background. Are you playing a video game? Who knows? Don't play no stupid video games. Man, that's tomorrow's story. Get ready. Because I'm going to be chilling in the bath. I'm going to be in the bathtub telling this story. So when that sizzling stops in the pan, starts to slow, it's off the heat, stir it again quickly. Like it looks like falafel. It looks like broken up falafel. Like that's how fine it is. A little thicker than that though. And now put all this stuff in the bowl. Yeah, I don't remember any other of the 13 funny things that happened on Friday the 13th. Just one when Den fell. He didn't get hurt. He was just playing hard and then like went to pass the ball and then fell over the bench. Because there was like the corner benches. We put like benches at the corners of the gym. Like cutting off a triangle, if you could know what I mean. Like right across one wall to the other wall at the corner of the room. And like whoever was sitting out was in that triangle. Okay, so I put all this stuff into the bowl. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna open the pesto, huh? We're gonna stir it, because there's oil in the pesto. Now I got this last scoop of pesto. I'm sorry, egg white. I'm never using you again. Thank you, egg white, for what you have given, though have you given much. Because why eat this stuff? It's not really giving anything. It's just unnecessary to eat. I remember always trying to buy the this Asiago and artichoke dip, chip dip. I guess I'll take a picture of what I made after I put it in this video. Anyway, I kept trying to order Asiago chip dip from Walmart. Uber Eats grocery list, and it would always be sold out. I'm like, oh my god, because Asiago is my favorite cheese. Now, I don't know about cheese. I feel like I'll move away from cheese eventually, but I mean, I was at one point. But sometimes I feel like cheese is cool. Like cows are like, yeah, you can have my milk, but don't kill me. But I don't know. I don't know if they want us to eat their milk or drink their milk. Now, tzatziki. Let's put a huge tablespoon and another tablespoon. Of tzatziki. Damn, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I was trying to get the Asiago artichoke dip. Asiago is my favorite cheese. Always sold out. Finally, they have it. I'm like, yes! All about the job. With my chips and dip. I read the ingredients. Blah, 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 blah. One whole egg, and I'm like, oh my god. Had to be one whole egg, eh? So then I ate like a few chips with it, maybe like 10. I was like 15. I'm like, oh, I can't eat this. I just threw it out. I don't know, when you reach a certain state of love within and for all, like you just can't eat that stuff. Like you just can't. Argue all you want, but if you're eating that stuff still, you're not in a as high state of love as someone who isn't. For me, that's not true, because they could be vegan but doing evil things still. But generally, you'll be pretty much in a higher state of love and creativity and health than people eating meat. Like I said, if you love your family, you're not going to feed them meat, especially if you understand. Like if you really love your family and yourself and everything, if you truly love, you won't eat meat. That's just that. And anyone who doesn't understand that now will understand it when they reach that place. Anyway, not saying I'm better, just saying I understand love. And other people, not all love. I'm still learning about so many parts of love. But this part of love, you can't eat meat if you're here. You can't eat meat if you're here. You won't be able to. If you eat meat, you'll drop back down. Like you just can't. Like you're capped. Like, or meat's capped. Meat's level capped. So everyone should reach that state of love. Argue all you want, but so I put a tablespoon of the vegan avocado mayo and a tablespoon of mustard. Like the only place anyone's going if they're trying to reach closer to God. And now, oh yeah, we stir this now. Stir this all up. Like the closer you get to God, there's a point where you're just gonna have to stop eating meat if you want to get any closer. That's the truth. That's the absolute truth. You cannot be fully with God and still eat meat. Like you can't. Like it's impossible. Like you can't. Try all you want if you want to. Like you won't. At that point, you just wouldn't even be needing to try it anymore. You would just get it. It's just an addiction. Like sometimes my mouth still waters if I see like cold cuts and stuff and prosciutto and stuff. But you gotta remember, it's like an addiction. Just because your mouth's watering doesn't mean it's healthy. Doesn't your brain water when you think of cocaine? Or, you know, or like that cigarette, oh. I personally feel ugly if I think about cocaine or any drug. So like that's a sign that the addiction is dipping. Like I was never addicted, but like any addiction to like even craving anything like that. So like if my mouth finally stops watering, it's not like a super watering, but sometimes just remember the taste, like, oh, that salty taste. Like it's just the salty taste of it. Yeah, that's it. It's just the salty taste that makes my mouth water. But then thinking about, oh, it's just meat, is like, ew, no, not gonna eat it. Like I said, these Beyond sausages are way healthier. And all you people were like, but I need my protein. Bro, this has 19 grams of protein per one. Plus an absolutely infinite amount of healthier vitamins and minerals. It's like, the choice is so obvious that you must be a doofus. Or just too deep in your addiction and denial of true health. Like the healthier choice is so obvious. And people talk about that Alright, so this is all stirred up. And then you know what you do? The last ingredient. Fill a Tupperware up with some tortilla chips. I got tortilla chips, Tostitos rounds, and crispy minis, rice chips, lemon or lime sea salt. I think the crispy minis chips are enough. Anyway, so as I'm saying, what was I saying? Dang, what was I saying? It's an addiction. This meat. No, what was I saying? I have to look back. I don't remember what I was saying. I didn't even mention it. But anyway, yeah. Something about an addiction. Being addicted to meat. Oh, and then I pour some guava juice. Bada bing, bada boom. Anyway, that's it. Also, yeah. I think I made it seem like I was addicted to drugs. I was never addicted to drugs. Or even craved. The only thing I craved ever was weed. I was like, oh, I want to smoke weed right now. Pretty much every other drug was just like, ew. Man, I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, I'll tell another story tomorrow. I remember what I was going to say. It was, let's get this stuff on the table, that some people will argue, oh, you know, eating meat, or when vegans look like all pale and unhealthy and weak and stuff, and when I eat meat I feel better and blah blah, and I look better. Like, first of all, no you don't. And second of all, check your insides. Check the insides of each other. A meat eater and a vegan. But also, one more thing. The reason a lot of those health problems that apparently are happening when vegans are vegans, it's literally just suppressed issues and suppressed diseases arising to the surface quicker, because now your body's cleaned out and now you have full awareness of every issue of which was already in you to begin with. Just the meat and all those toxic substances were burying and suppressing. So when you start eating only vegan, these things come up to the surface quick. Like, there was a time when I started this, and yeah, I looked, paler, I looked like skinnier and stuff. But these were just issues that were already buried in me. And then, now, I look fine. My weight's fine. I can bike for hours. I'm very athletic, agile. Like, there's nothing wrong. I'm only healthier. I only feel healthier now. You just got to get through it. Those are withdrawals. They're like meat withdrawals, you know? It's the same with drugs. Like a heroin user who just uses heroin constantly and even chips it, just like doesn't really like, just doses little bits of it to like keep up. Yeah, when they stop, what happens? They're seemingly gonna look unhealthier, more angry, more agitated. You know what I mean? It's just a withdrawal. It's just withdrawals. Then once they get through that, then like those are the issues that the heroin was suppressing. So when they stop, that stuff all comes up to the surface to clear. Same with meat. Meat's suppressing all that pale ugliness. Like that's what meat's doing to you, not what vegetables are doing to you. Like you'll totally get it if you look at the inside footage of people's insides of their colon and intestines, of someone who eats meat and someone who eats only vegan diet. So, and the arteries, yeah, all this stuff is just, that's what meat was doing to you. And I know it sounds crazy and backwards and stupid, but that's the truth, and you'll get it eventually. Whoever doesn't get it will get it eventually. But yeah, like, I'm about to watch Physical 100, episode 3. This show's cool. But yeah, that pale, weakness, skinniness, all that, that's what the meat was doing to you, okay? That's what the meat was doing to you. If I started eating meat right now, I'd feel like crap. Oh no, I wanted to watch Wild Rose. I gotta continue watching Wild Rose. And then I'll watch the episode. I know it sounds crazy, but I just gave you the drug withdrawal example. Anything. It's just withdrawals. Well, once you look at those issues and symptoms as withdrawals, you'll get it. Because it's very obvious eating meat is unhealthy and a vegan diet is infinitely healthier and absolutely healthier. And people talk about, like my mind's sharper, my thinking is sharper. No, it's not. Like from eating meat, your thinking and mind do not get sharper. It gets narrower. So it might look like it's sharper, but it's just narrower. On a vegan diet, everything is opening up. So you have so much more to deal with. You know what I mean? Your mind's expanding. Everything's expanding. So you have more to be aware of. And then you're going to think, oh, it's clouding up my mind and this and this. Maybe at the initial stage of this onset of newness and new awareness and more openings of the mind. But then once you deal with all of it and get it all cleared and sink into it and dive into oneself, then you'll be like, oh, this is sharper. This is way sharper. So remember, your mind and brain and thinking or whatever are not sharper because you eat meat. It's just narrower. When you eat vegan, everything blossoms. So you feel like it's cloudier. No, it's just blossoming. Let's dance in style, let's dance for a while. Heaven can wait. We're watching the stars, looking for the best, but expecting the worst. Are we gonna drop the